Hey, what is up YouTube? This is the Merman Master coming at you guys from the Teen Time Riders YouTube channel today with a first time person on the channel. Tell us your name.
Deckmaster Magician.
We've got Deckmaster Magician here, and he has a deck profile that we haven't profiled on this channel in a very, very long time. Tell us what this deck is.
This is my deck profile of my Krawler / World Legacy card.
So, as you guys know, Krawlers are kind of a flip effect based archetype. They're flip effect insects. Really, really cool archetype that we haven't seen on this. We haven't seen since Circuit Breaker sometime back then. Anything you want to say about it?
This deck is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It has insane combos, and also it can really drive your opponent mad with their many effects. So, we're gonna get started now.
Alright, let's do it.
So, to start off with the main deck, we're going to do the boss monster, Deus Ex Krawler. Now, the reason why I run one, considering you can use certain cards to actually send it to the graveyard, plus also risk of bricking if you play more than one. So that's mainly the reason why. And for the field removals, I run 3 Dex Krawler Spines. Of course, it's important to run 3 of these cards, not only because of their high defense, but also their flip effect is amazing, as it allows you to destroy any monster card onto the field. And as a common theme with many Krawler monsters, if it's face up and it leaves the field, you can special summon 2 Krawler monsters with different names. So this is why I only run 1 Deus Ex Krawler. Moving on with the Krawler list, we have Krawler Glial. Really good card. It also can really help with the special summoning ability. What he can do is when you flip him, he can special summon 1 Krawler monster from your deck or your hand. This deck is also heavily relies on the graveyard as well. That's really important as well. Next, we have 3 Krawler Ranviers. Another graveyard effect card. What it does allows me to return 2 different Krawler monsters from my graveyard and puts them back into my hand. Next, we come with Krawler Dendrite. This is the Foolish Burial of the deck. Now, the whole reason why I run 3, but you can run 2 if you want to maybe add a Foolish Burial and replace. But I run 3 mostly for more monsters. Plus, also his effect allows me to send a Krawler monster, like maybe say Deus Ex Krawler. Plus, also he has pretty decent. Attack with many of the other Krawlers you're going to be seeing soon. Next, for the search engine, we are running 3 Krawler Receptors. As I said, this is the search engine of the card, allowing you to search for any Krawler monster you need. This can basically include maybe either Krawler Spine or Glial. As well as maybe other cards like say Axon, for example, if you want to maybe remove any spells or traps. And the last card for the Krawlers is 1 Krawler Axon. Now, you can run 2 or 3, but the whole reason why I run only 1 mostly is because I can be able to run Twin Twister, which is a more faster spell removal card. But the reason I run Krawler Axon mostly is to add with the other Krawlers as well. And finally, to complete the monsters, we have 2 World Legacy World Armors. This is a really powerful card and also a really useful search engine for spells and traps, kind of similar to Krawler Receptor. You can special summon him whenever you flip a monster up during your turn. When you do, you can add any World Legacy card from your deck to your hand, especially considering what we're going to come up with. Now, moving on to the spells, we start off with the field spell, World Legacy in the Shadows. Now, it is important to actually run 3 of these cards. This is a very fantastic card, and it's actually the key to running a Krawler deck. What it does, it gives all your Krawlers 300 additional attack and defense. You can also special summon an additional Krawler monster from your hand, face up or face down, as long as it's level 2 or lower. Basically, it can apply to any insect monster, actually, as well, that's level 2 or lower. Best part about this is that when a flip monster is destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster, that monster is sent to the graveyard, so great way to actually protect your monsters from any other opponent's monsters who have very valuable or strong cards on the field that they're not willing to lose just yet. Coming up with another mandatory spell card is World Legacy Survivor. This card helps build up your graveyard as well as also search up the appropriate cards. This I would run Terraforming, but ever since it was limited, I resorted with this. But this is a very fantastic card. It can help you look for any World Legacy or Crawler monster. So a great way to instantly get World Legacy in the shadows, or possibly World Legacy World Armor, or any other Crawler monster you can think of. Moving out of the Crawler spells, we have 3 Books of the Eclipse. This is a really good card, in my opinion. The reason I run 3, it's a good stalling card for your opponent. Basically, what it does is that it changes all face-up monsters to face-down defense, including your own. Just the only drawback is that during the end phase, all the monsters your opponent controls flip back up to face-up defense, and your opponent draws cards for each card. Though it's still a pretty good staller to actually hold off the game a little bit. I actually have found a lot of use for it, especially for a flip-based deck like this. Finishing off with this, next I run 2 Twin Twisters. This is basically the main competitive format of the deck in my spell removal. Main reason also, I only run 2. You can run 3, but I only run 2 in place of Crawler Axon, especially considering Twin Twister does come at a price with discarding a card, but that shouldn't really be a problem. And finishing up the spell, we have 1 Wormbait. Good card for actually getting out your links, especially considering if you control an insect earth monster, you can be able to use them to special summon more links, like X-Crawler Qualark, for example, or maybe it's others like Neurojos and Synopsis. Starting up with the traps, we got 3 World Legacy Mind Melds. This is a really important trap card, and also one of the key pinnacles into the deck when swarming the field. What it does is you can change any monster effect that your opponent activates into returning 1 face-up card from on the field to the player's hand. And Crawlers heavily rely on swarming the field by either getting destroyed by card effects or either getting returned while face up on the field. So, plus also it comes with an additional effect that you can banish this card to special summon another Crawler monster from your graveyard to a link monster that points to. Great way to actually get more monsters to swarm the field and for link fodder as well. Next, we have 2 Crusadia Crawlers. Reason I run 2 mostly is because trap cards are pretty slow. This card also acts as a search engine as well as more fodder for link summoning. But it basically plays similar to. But it also plays pretty similar to World Legacy World Armor, so I'm not too crazy about this card, but it's good to have at least. And finally, to end the trap cards, we have 3 World Legacy Pawns. These 3 cards are key to flipping up your face-down defense position Crawler monsters, as well as putting them back face-down. Basically, it will allow you to endlessly use your Crawler monster's effect during each turn. Moving on to the extra deck, we have the Link Boss Monster, X3, X-Crawler, Qualarks. This is a fantastic Link monster. Only requires two Crawler monsters to summon, but it has really decent attack and also fantastic effects as well, depending on the amount of crawlers that you have, including gaining extra attack, negating any effects, and preventing your opponent from activating card effects during the battle phase, and attacking your opponent directly. Yeah, so really great card to actually combine with Royal Legacy and the Shadows, as well as other Crawler cards that we'll be getting up to soon. Next, I run 3 X-Crawler Neurojos. A very good Crawler card, especially combining with very high attacked Crawler monsters like Crawler Dendrite or Deus Ex Crawler. What it does gives my Crawler monsters 300 additional attack and defense, and it doubles battle damage that your opponent takes whenever they attack. Good card to have against any low attack monsters your opponent has onto the field. Plus, also it can protect your Crawler monsters from being destroyed as well. Very that whatever it points to, very helpful. And finally, to complete the Crawlers extra deck, I run 3 Crawler Synopsis. Another really good Crawler link, like Neurojos. Gives all Crawler monsters it points to 300 additional attack and defense, and also it allows them to attack twice. Fantastic way to combine both Synopsis, Neurojos, and Krawlers together as well, especially with either Dendrite or Deus Ex as well onto the field. And finally, I run 2 Mrs. Radiant. This card is a really good booster for my Earth monsters, especially considering this deck it completely runs on Earth monsters. Though it can be a bit of a setback, but I find some really great use for it, as well as considering you can special summon an additional Crawler monster from your graveyard back onto the field whenever if it's destroyed by battle.
Alright, so that looks like it's the end of the deck profile. I just want to make a quick note for those of you guys who are watching this. Deckmaster Magician has indicated to me that he loves building these decks very, very pure. So you can feel free to add all sorts of other different types of link. The deck is very good for swarming, but his personal outlook, I believe, and you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, is that you really like to keep it pure, so you like to have the Crawler main deck be pure, and then you like to have it be pure alongside the Crawler links, and those be the links, and you want to win with those links, correct?
Yes.
So you could run like Boral Swords and stuff like that, but then I think for Deckmaster Magician, a lot of the fun is, you know, making it pure with just those Crawlers and everything like that. So I wanted to thank Deckmaster Magician for this deck profile, but before we go, do you have any shout-outs you want to give or anything that you would like to say to the viewers on this channel?
I just want to thank you for actually giving me this opportunity to do this. This is, believe it or not, my first deck profile, and I actually hope to maybe give another one maybe again in the future.
I think you did a fantastic job. That's exactly how a deck profile should be in terms of explaining all the cards and all of that stuff. So guys, really, really excited for that, and I wanted to thank Deckmaster Magician one more time. Guys, if you like the video, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And
another shout out as well, if you also want to learn any combos or strategies with this particular deck, feel free to leave a comment down below.
So remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully we gave him the link, so hopefully he'll be there to respond to any questions you guys may have. But thanks so much once again for watching the video. This is Mermail Master with Team Time Riders YouTube channel, and we're signing out. Catch you guys next time. Peace.